Hello, my dear students. I hope that all of you are fine and healthy. So, students, as you know that your pre-midterm exam is just knocking at your door, so you need to study well at your home. And if you have any problem, any query, you can ask me without any hesitation. So, students, previous day I uploaded one video related to the topic tense. Today also I shall discuss simple present tense minutely. As per your pre-midterm syllabus, we are only concerned with simple present tense. That means you need to learn this tense very minutely and very carefully. But before giving you each and every information about simple present tense, you need to know about some basic facts of tense. That's why I discussed in the previous video the definition of tense, the types of tense, and usages of simple present, past, and future tense. Today you need to learn about the sentence construction rules in simple present tense. So just have a look. Rule number 1, subject plus V1. V1 refers to your first form of verb plus S or ES plus object in case of singular subject. So if your subject belongs to third person singular number, so you have to add S or ES with your first form of verb plus object. Object refers to the rest of that sentence. As you can see in the example, child plays. Here, child belongs to third person singular number. Third person singular number means he, she, it, or it can be any name. Rule number 2, subject plus V1 plus object. That means if your subject will be plural number, you have to give first form of verb plus object. Children play. Simple present tense. We use this tense to talk about habits. Habits in the sense the day-to-day activity or your daily routine or whatever things you do every day. So those things or those activities fall into the category of habits. Here you can see a boy named Ben. Ben lifts weights every day. So you can see that Ben belongs to third person singular number, and that's why you have to add S with the first form of the verb lift. So you can easily understand that Ben belongs to third person singular number, and that's why we have to add S with the first form of the verb as per the rule of the or as per the sentence construction rule in simple present tense. So it's the habit of Ben to lift weights every day. Now another example of habits. Maggie works late on Mondays and Thursdays. Here, Maggie, it's the name of a girl. You can see that Maggie works late on Mondays and Thursdays. So it's her habit to work late on Mondays and Thursday. And as Maggie, it's the name of a girl, and this name belongs to third person singular number. So we need to add S with the first form of the verb work, and that's why this word works circled with red ink. And here one Y sign you can see in this slides, but you need not to be bothered about that sign. You just only read the examples and you have to understand the simple present tense. So you can understand that it becomes Maggie's habit to work late on Mondays and Thursday. Okay, now we will learn something more about simple present tense. So students, we use this tense. This tense refers to simple present tense. We use this tense for things that are always true. That are always true, or those are always true. It means that universal truth or general facts also. The facts that you cannot deny. So for example, I can say stones are hard, the sun rises in the east, the sun sets in the west, or you can say that trees give us oxygen, we cannot live without water. These are the general facts. The sun rises in the east, this is the universal truth. So we use this tense, that is simple present tense, for things that are always true. So I hope that I have made this example or this rule also clear, or this usage also clear to all of you, that how to use simple present tense. Now we need to learn something more about this simple present tense. So what is that? We use simple present tense to talk about things that always, usually, often, sometimes, or never happen. For example, you can see here, Tim and Sally sometimes play cards. Tim is the name of a boy, Sally is the name of a girl, and they sometimes play cards. Here you can see that play is the first form of the verb, but here s or es is not added with play, because Tim and Sally both becomes the plural number, and that's why you need not to add s or es. So the work that we do always, usually, often, sometimes, or never, those works will also fall into the category of simple present tense, or you can use simple present tense while describing the works that you do usually, always, often, sometimes, or never. Now, one very important thing you need to learn: simple present tense. Simple present tense verbs for he, she, it, and singular nouns. Spelling rules. With most verbs add s. Yes, like play, leave. Leave will become leaves if if your subject is simple present, subject is third person singular number like he, she, it, or any name. Sit will become sits. Stay will become stays. Okay, if any word ends with the consonant y, and before that, if any word ends with the consonant y and before that you will get another consonant, then you have to change y, or you have to convert y to I and add es, like try will become tries, carry will become carries, only when your subject will be third person, only when your subject will be third person singular number like he, she, it. Ending in s, z, ch, or x, add es, like miss, misses, buzz, buzzes, catch, catches, fix, fixes. These things will happen only in third person singular number. Exceptions will go and do. Go will become goes and do will become does, as you can see in this example also. These are the exceptional case, that in case of do and go, you have to use or you have to add es when your subject will be third person singular number like he, she, it, or any singular noun, that means any singular name. Okay, so how to form questions in simple present tense? We use do or does to make questions. So generally we use do or does to make questions. So we have to use do when your subject is plural number, and you have to use does when your subject is singular number. Don't change the verb after do or does. Yes, do is the auxiliary verb, and you need not to change the main verb after do or does. So what time do you go to school? Here you can see that after do, the main verb is not changed. Does your dad like music? Here dad is the dad belongs to third person singular number, that's why does. Now, negative sentences. We add do not or does not to make the sentences negative. Don't change the verb after do or does. Yes, do you have to use in case if your subject is plural number, and if your subject is singular number, then does. So Mimi likes singing. So again I am telling, if your subject is plural number, you have to use do. If your subject is singular number, you have to use does. Mimi likes singing. Mimi doesn't like singing. So you can see that only by adding not you can make it negative, and do you will use in case of plural subject, and does you will use in case of singular subject. And Mimi here belongs to third person singular number, as it is the name of a girl. She belongs to third person singular number. That's why Mimi does not like singing. Now I shall show you some more examples of simple present tense. So in this video you have seen that how to use simple present tense or when to use simple present tense. You have also learned in this video when to add s or es with your verb. You have also learned that exceptional case, like with do and with go, you have to add es. You have also learned that if words ending with s, ch, double z, then you have to add es with the first form of the verb. You have learned that in case of habits, daily habits, or in case of any universalization fact or universal fact, you can use simple present tense. But now it's the practice time, and now I will show you some more examples, and you have to read those examples at your homes, and I will also read it with you so that you can understand that how verbs and how you can construct sentences in simple present tense. Just look how to add sentences or how to frame sentences just by you adding s with the main verb. Mary feeds her dog. As Mary belongs to third person singular number, Mary feeds her dog. Peter enjoys the food. Team always cooks the dinner. Mary, Peter, team belong to third person singular number. Es. Team watches TV every night. Habit. May usually dresses in pink. Habit. Bob never washes his car. It's also the habit or usually never in case that. Okay, now y converted in ies, or sorry, y converted in I, and you have to add es with that. The baby cries loudly. Baby belong to third person singular number. Peter carries a heavy bag. Peter belongs to third person singular number, and that's why carries. Now some more examples for your practice. You can practice these things at your home also. Where does Mary live? Mary, third person singular number, and that's why does. Do the children walk to school? Children, plural numbers, that's why do, and you need not to change the main verb after do or does. What does Mr. Yong teach? Mr. Yong belong to third person singular number, that's why does. Do Tim and Bob both become the plural number, and that's why do. What time does Helen usually get up? Helen belongs to third person singular number, and that's why does. Do the students surf the net every day? Have it. Students, plural number, and that's why do. And again I am telling, after do or does, don't change the main verb. How do Peter and Paul come here? Peter and Paul, it becomes two members, so that's why you have to put do here. I hope you can understand it. Some more things I am going to show you. Cindy plays the piano but doesn't play. Bob doesn't play the piano. Cindy plays the piano. Bob doesn't play the piano. Next example. I like visiting friends. Tammy doesn't like visiting friends. I like. I, first person singular number. That's why s or es will not be added. Tammy, third person singular number, and that's why you have to add es with do. Do you get up early? You, second person singular number. Okay. No, we don't get up early. Tigers run fast, but elephants do not run fast. Tigers. Tigers, plural number, that's why run. Elephants, plural number, that's why do not. I hope you can understand. Henry is overweight, but Tim and Sam are not overweight. They like reading, but Sally doesn't like reading. They, plural number, but Sally, third person singular number. Peter always drink. Here drink is wrong. As Peter, third person singular number, you have to write drinks. So here the words written with red inks, these words are the right answer. Okay. Tim and Bob sometimes eats cake. No, it will not be eats. It will be eat, because Tim and Bob both become two members. So eat. Does you iron your clothes? You. It will be you. Second person singular number. So do. No, I do not irons. No. Here iron is the correct answer. So the words written with red ink, these are the correct answers. I listens. I, first person singular number. And that's why listen is the correct answer. May do not makes the breakfast. It will be may doesn't make the breakfast. Okay. I likes. I, first person singular number. So it will be I like cooking, but Mary third person. So Mary doesn't. So these are the things, common things about simple present tense, and you not need to be very careful while using s or es. Only remember one thing, that only in case of third person singular number in the sense he, she, it, or any other name, any person's name, only in that case you have to add s or es in the simple present tense. Okay. For first person or second person, you need not to add s or es. So now it's the time, so that I need to summarize what have you learned today. Yes, it's also important after watching a lengthy video. I hope I have tried my level best so that the video won't become very much boring for you. But students, you need to learn this tense, simple present tense, very minutely, and that's why I need to make it little bit lengthy. Please don't mind it. So what have you learned today? Just have a look. You have learned that simple present tense is used to describe habits, unchanging situations, the situations that you cannot change, general truths, and fixed arrangements, the arrangements or the plans that you have already fixed. Okay, you have also learned the rules for sentence construction in simple present tense. You have learned the positive sentences, that how to frame positive sentences. You have learned how to frame negative sentences, and you have also learned how to frame interrogative, that means questions, how to frame questions. Positive sentences means yes type, negative means no type, affirmative belongs to positive sentences. So how to frame affirmative sentences? Subject plus V1 S or ES as per the subject plus object. Subject plus don't or doesn't as per the subject if the subject is a third person singular, plus base form. V base form in the sense first form of verb plus object. And how to frame the questions? Do or does according to the subject, and then base form plus object. So thank you all of you students. I hope that I have made it clear to all of you, and best of luck for your exam. If you have any problem, any query, you can contact me or you can text me without any hesitation. Thanks to all of you and best of luck.